Hunting season begins. What's our aim? Swift and steady. Hunting season begins.
Swords ready!
What's our aim?
Reinforce! Incoming!
Swift and steady.
Swords ready! Reinforce!
Hunting season begins.
Incoming!
What's our aim?
Swords ready!
We must move on.
Reinforce!
You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
For Oracle!
Swords ready! What's that power?
We must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce!
Salure Denuri.
Incoming! Swords ready!
For Oracle! We must move on.
Reinforce!
You have my bow.
Incoming! Swords ready! Got that power? Reinforce! Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce!
Salure Denuri.
Incoming!
For Oracle!
Swords ready!
We must move on. Salure Denuri.
Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
For Oracle! We must move on. You have my bow.
Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
Tenori, tenori.
Swords ready!
For Ardell.
Reinforce! Incoming! Got that power?
We must move on.
Swords ready! Mama! Reinforce!
You have my bow.
Incoming! Got that power? Swords ready!
Tenori, tenori.
Reinforce!
For Ardell.
Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce!
We must move on. You have my bow.
Incoming!
Tenori, tenori. For Ardell. We must move on. You have my bow. For Ardell. We must move on.
Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
You have my bow. Tenori, tenori. For Ardell. We must move on.
Swords ready!
You have my bow. Tenori, tenori. For
Reinforce!
Ardell.
Incoming!
We must move on. You have my bow. Tenori, tenori. Swift and steady. Hunting season begins. Swift and steady. For Ardell. We must move on. You have my bow. Tenori, tenori. For Ardell. We must move on. Tenori, tenori. For Ardell. We must move on. You have my bow. Tenori, tenori.
Swords
For
ready!
Ardell. Hunting season begins. We must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce!
Tenori, tenori.
Incoming!
That's our aim. For Ardell.
Swords ready!
Swift and steady.
Reinforce!
We must move on. Hunting season begins. You have my bow.
Incoming!
Tenori, tenori. For Ardell.
Swords ready!
We must move on.
Reinforce!
You have my bow.
Swords ready. челленджа. Готово.
Salure tenuri. For Aragel. We must move on.
Reinforce. Incoming.
You have my bow. Salure tenuri. For Aragel.
Swords ready. Reinforce.
We must move on. You have my bow.
Incoming. челленджа. Swords ready.
Salure tenuri. For Aragel.
Reinforce.
We must move on.
Incoming.
You have my bow. Salure tenuri. For Aragel. We must move on.
Swords ready.
You have my bow.
Reinforce.
Salure tenuri. For Aragel.
готово. Incoming.
We must move on.
Swords ready. Reinforce.
You have my bow.
Incoming.
Salure tenuri.
Swords ready.
For Aragel.
Reinforce. Incoming. челленджа.
We must move on.
Swords ready.
You have my bow.
Reinforce. Incoming.
Salure tenuri.
Swords ready.
For Aragel. We must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce.
Salure tenuri.
Incoming.
For Aragel. We must move on.
Swords ready. Reinforce. готово.
You have my bow. Salure tenuri.
Incoming. Swords ready.
For Aragel.
челленджа. Reinforce.
Our aim. We must move on. You have my bow.
Incoming! Sword ready!
Salure tenuri. For Argel!
Reinforce!
We must move on.
Hunting season begins.
You have my bow.
Incoming! Sword ready!
Salure tenuri. For Argel!
Reinforce! Incoming!
We must move on.
Swords ready!
You have my bow.
Reinforce! Yes, incoming! Swords ready!
Salure tenuri.
Incoming! Swords ready!
For Argel!
Reinforce!
We must move on.
Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce!
You have my bow. Salure tenuri. For Argel! We must move on. You have my bow.
Hunting season begins.
Salure tenuri. For Argel! We must move on.
Reinforce!
You have my bow.
Incoming! Swords ready!
Can't die easily.
Salure tenuri.
Reinforce! Incoming! Swords ready!
For Argel! We must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce!
Salure tenuri. For Argel!
Incoming! Swords ready!
We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel! We must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce!
Salore Denuri. For Aradel!
Incoming!
We must move on. You have my bow.
Hunting season begins.
Salore Denuri. For Aradel! You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel!
Keeping steady.
Swords ready!
We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel!
Reinforce! Incoming! Swords ready!
Hunting season begins. Keeping steady.
We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel!
Reinforce!
We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel!
Incoming!
Another target there.
We must move on.
Swords ready!
You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel!
Reinforce!
Target there. Hunting season begins.
We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel! We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri. For Aradel! We must move on. You have my bow. Salore Denuri.
Keeping steady.
For Aradel! We must move on. You have my bow.
Easily.
Salore Denuri.
Hunting season begins. Full aim.
For Aradel! We must move on. You have my bow. For Aradel!
Keeping steady.
We must move on. You have my bow.
Swords ready!
Salore tenori.
Reinforce! Incoming!
Another target fire.
Swords ready!
For Aragale, we must move on. You have my bow. Salore tenori. For Aragale, we must move on.
Hunting season begins. Just our aim.
Reinforce!
Second steady. And our Evelyn.
You have my bow. Salore tenori. For Aragale, we must move on. You have my bow. Salore tenori. For Aragale, we must move on. You have my bow.
Incoming!
Salore tenori. For Aragale,
Swords ready!
we must move on.
Reinforce!
Hunting season begins.
You have my bow. Salore tenori. For Aragale,
Incoming! Swords ready!
we must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce!
Hunting season begins.
Salore tenori.
Incoming! Swords ready!
For Aragale, we must move on.
Reinforce!
Our aim.
Incoming!
You have my bow.
Second steady.
Salore tenori.
Swords ready!
Hunting season begins.
For Aragale, we must move on.
Our
Reinforce!
aim.
Got that power?
You have my bow. Salore tenori.
Incoming!
For Aragale,
Swords ready! Reinforce!
we must move on. You have my bow.
Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce!
Salore tenori. For Oracle!
Incoming! Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
We must move on.
Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
You have my bow. Salure Denuri. For Oracle! We must move on. You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Swords ready! Reinforce! Incoming!
For Oracle! We must move on. You have my bow. Salure Denuri. For Oracle! We must move on. You have my
ready.
bow.
Reinforce!
Salure Denuri. For Oracle! We must move on.
Incoming!
You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Swords ready!
For Oracle! We must move on.
Reinforce!
You have my bow. Salure Denuri. For Oracle! We must move on.
Incoming!
You have my bow. Salure Denuri. For Oracle!
Swords ready! Reinforce!
We must move on.
Incoming! Swords ready!
You have my bow. Salure Denuri. For Oracle!
Reinforce! Incoming!
We must move on. You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Swords ready!
For Oracle! We must move on.
Reinforce!
You have my bow.
Incoming!
Salure Denuri. For Oracle! We must move on. You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Swords ready! Reinforce!
For Oracle! We must move on.
Steady.
Salure Denuri.
Swords ready.
For Oradell.
We must move on.
Reinforce.
Head on easily.
Incoming.
Second steady.
You have my bow.
Swords ready.
Hunting season begins.
Salure Denuri.
Reinforce.
What's our aim? For Oradell.
Incoming.
Head on easily. We must move on.
Second steady.
You have my bow.
Hunting season begins.
Thanks, Mama.
Salure Denuri.
For Oradell.
We must move on. You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Swords ready. What's the other shot? Reinforce.
For Oradell. What's our aim?
We must move on.
Incoming.
Second steady.
Swords
You have my
ready.
bow. Salure Denuri.
Reinforce.
For Oradell.
We must move on. You have my bow.
Incoming.
Hunting season begins.
Swords ready.
Salure Denuri.
For Oradell.
We must move on. You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
For Oradell.
We must move on. Head on easily. You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Reinforce. Incoming.
For Oradell.
We must move on.
Swords ready.
You have my bow. Salure Denuri. We must move on. You have my bow.
What's our aim? Second steady.
Salure Denuri.
For Oradell.
Reinforce.
We must move on.
Incoming.
You have my bow. Salure Denuri.
Swords ready.
Head on easily.
What's our aim? For Oradell.
We must move on. You have my bow.
Reinforce. Incoming.
Gila.